Friday saw the announcement that a toggle for disabling ailments is in development for the Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature expansion pack. Hello, my name is Jennifer and welcome to my Sims 4 news video. So the SimsDirect tweeted and they shared on their Discord that they've heard our feedback on ailment tuning in Enchanted by Nature and they're developing a toggle to enable or disable ailments spreading contagiously coming in a future patch. We'll have more to share once they've confirmed a release date. No date is known for when this is coming, but it is coming at some point. They then responded to someone who asked about having them last less than a day, which they didn't specifically respond to that, which I take to mean that that's not changing. That when this setting is disabled, Sims who already have ailments will need to wait it out or seek a cure, but no more Sims will contract ailments through spontaneous spread. By disabling both enable balance and imbalance and enable ailment spread, this will disable all natural sources of ailments, which of course means you can still get ailments. So if you're a fairy and you have the ability to, cause ailments, you'll still be able to do that. And I know for sure if you displease the great gnome, he will give you an ailment, and there may be other things, but those are what I've actually experienced in the game so far. But it's not going to happen through the balance or the contagious ailments gameplay. That's something you can control obviously a lot more. In addition to responding to that, they actually responded to a bunch of other simmers. So we're just going to go over some of those questions and responses here. So one was, can you fix stay over calls never happening, please? And there was a bug report. And what happens for growing together is once a save is no longer new, you stop getting those stay over calls for, if you have a baby or any of the special ones that happen. You only get it once in the beginning of a save, and then you don't see it again. So the response there was, thanks for mentioning this. We'll take a look into this with the team and see what can be done. So that would be nice, actually, if they could do that. That also includes where you do the research genealogy. You don't get anything if it's like anywhere into the save. You won't get a call for that. Any of them. None of them happen. Then someone said, when are they going to fix the bug where Sims can't be promoted if they have the entrepreneurial trait reward? So this person is obviously a console player. They can't platinum the game because I'd have to use cheats and lose progress. So the response there was that the team was investigating the issue at the moment and would love any additional information or votes here, and they link to the bug report, which I have covered. There's a bug report in previous videos. One of the things that might be a bit of an issue there is that in talking to people, have heard that their Sims have the entrepreneurial trait and they're still getting promotions, but they have other Sims who don't have the trait who aren't getting the promotions. I think for the most part, it's that trait, but it's possible that there's some other things at play there, which probably makes it harder to fix. Then another one was and the wolf's nose. So they replied to that. The fix for that went in the patch this week, i.e. on Tuesday, for new werewolves. However, some existing werewolves may still experience it, and they're tracking that and investigating for a solution. So I had mentioned that in my video on the game update, the fact that it wasn't fixed for all existing werewolves. Some of them, but not all of them. And then we had, what about the for rent save corruption? So this teams, again, are still investigating the issue, but they're looking for save files and have the issue occurring and never had mods in the game to aid their investigations. So part of the issue, I think, my guess, and this is just me speculating on the various different save corruptions, is that individually, none of them have over 100, and some have even have very low amounts, which is probably hard to figure out the source when also a lot of people who have the issues do use mods. I'm not saying it's a mod issue because it can happen without mods, but they just need those saves so that they can kind of investigate it, as they say there. Then someone went on to say, please fix the crashing for consoles. It's getting bad now, and they're thinking of abandoning the game. But this part I thought was interesting. This is not just a here's the bug report. They actually said, the team is continuing to investigate console issues and we will be releasing some console fixes in our next update that will hopefully help with this. And of course, the next update that we know of is August 19th because that's what's in the roadmap. So maybe and hopefully that will fix that. Hopefully also they'll fix the issue where your user settings keep getting reset to the default. in addition to also, you know, when there's new agreements, they come up and you can sign them without having to go seek them out. But that's just me. I know there's other issues, including this next one, where the cheat bar for console players, that's turning white and they can't get out of it unless they go to Manage World or Main Menu. So they said they're tracking the issue here, and if you want to vote or leave a comment, it'll help their devs determine the impact it has on players. So there is a bug report for that they have linked for that. I found it interesting that they had responded to the number that they had, and they may have responded to more. This is just what I saw when I was looking. Usually I only see them respond to a couple and that's it. This seemed to be more than normal, so yay. So I'd love to know what you think about any of those responses, and in particular what you think about the toggle that they're working on to disable the contagious ailments. I'd love to know in a comment down below. But that's going to be it for this video. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!